Before we talk about the run and the ride coming up on June 22nd, I know everybody knows what the clearinghouse is all about, but for those who may not know, I know you all been around for a number of years. Just briefly explain what you do on a daily basis.
So yeah, we do the Meals for Kids backpack program. That's what most people know us for. We're able to feed anywhere between 2,200 to 2,400 kids every Friday of the school year. And this is items that get to go home with them that are shelf stable, things that the kid friendly, that they can open, things that they can just eat over the weekend. There's a lot of kids that go all weekend without eating. And so we try to make sure they have items to keep them fed over the weekend to get them back to school on Monday so they can have that breakfast and lunch items that's provided through the school. There's a lot of kids that lose like 35% of their education because they go without eating. So it's very important for them to be able to get this food and have stuff to eat over the weekend.
You also help families throughout the year.
We do. So most people know us for the backpack program, but a lot of people don't know we have an on-site food pantry here. And so we serve clients that are going through medical treatment, undergoing like dialysis and cancer patients, things like that. And then we also help elderly and disabled families that are going through hard times or kind of fall through the cracks a little bit. So we're very much a helping hand kind of pantry to help those families that are kind of falling on hard times.
It doesn't come cheaply, so you do really, really fun fundraisers, including
Yeah.
the True Grit, and I've seen them all, and it just seems like this event has gotten bigger every year. So, what's going to be happening on the? Well, you can start with the 21st. That's the
Yeah.
pickup. Talk about that first, and then what's going to be happening on that Saturday, the 22nd.
Yeah, so actually it has grown a lot since we first started. This is our 14th year, and you have been at very many of them. We're helping us work. It's usually a hot, sweaty day, and there's lots of fun stuff going on. But we've had a lot of changes for this year. So we're not actually, we've moved over a block. So this year we're in the barracks parking lot. So we've teamed up with Chaffee Crossing and the barracks, and we'll be able to do everything in the barracks parking lot. And then we've also teamed up with the View venue, which is right out there. So the riders always get a barbecue lunch when they come back in. And this year they get to go into an air conditioned building and sit down and eat. We have a singer that was on American Idol that's going to be performing out there on Saturday. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We have the ride. You can ride 62 miles, 45 miles, or a 35 or a 30-mile bike ride. And then we also have the 5K event that's going to kick off 30 minutes after the ride gets going. So we have a lot of stuff going on Saturday. On Friday is the packet pickup. You can register out at the event or you can register online ahead of time.
How do you register online? Because I know you want to get as many people ahead of time.
Yeah, well, if you register by a certain date, and I think that's around the 10th, then you can get the free T-shirt that goes along with your packet. But the first 500 riders get a free goodie bag, and all you have to do is go to csclearinghouse.org. You'll see a little button on there that says True Grit. When you click on that, that takes you right to the website. There's a Register Now button that takes you to Bike Reg. So it's just click a few buttons, and you're right there, and you can get everything registered. To ride, it's $55, and for the 5K, it's $35. And all that money goes to the clearinghouse for the Meals for Kids backpack program.
I was just about to ask everything that's raised, and because that Meals for Kids, that backpack program, that really is an expensive endeavor.
It is. In the last few years, we've had about a 51% increase. So, and everything goes back to COVID. I hate always going back to that, but when COVID happened, we were paying about $1.98 to $2 a bag. We now pay over $3 a bag. So we've had about a 51% increase. The food cost for that 9 months of the school year is almost $260,000 to feed these kids. And we are not federally and state funded. So we do this from our United Way funding and then from our community and, raising this money, doing the fundraisers. But River Valley has a very giving community. And without that, this program wouldn't exist. And the Clearinghouse has been around for 45 years now.
Those who come out and do the bike ride and the 5K, how many will come out not ever heard of the clearinghouse?
A lot. For the longest time, people were having a hard time tying the two together. They didn't even realize it was our event and that's what the money was going to. So we've worked really hard the last few years of really trying to connect the two. That's why the registration now goes through our clearinghouse website so they can see, hey, this event is going to raise for a good cause. And so we've worked really hard at trying to connect the two of those together because it is a fundraiser event.
And it's also a fun event. You got, of course, we're the capital of bike riders and riding around here, so it almost fits in perfect.
Yes, and like I said, it has grown every year. I think right now we're sitting at almost 300 participants already, and we have a lot that register at last minute. Got to check that weather.
Yeah,
Tell Scott to get on
exactly.
that
Yes.
for us. Yeah.
All right, Tammy, thank you so much. Have a great time out there on the 22nd.
Thank you. I appreciate it.